Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Walker Venrick with Sharp Sports Network, bringing you my top 3 GPP plays for this December 19th 4-game NBA slate. We have a jam-packed, star-studded slate tonight, so I'm really looking to separate myself from the field, playing some of the stars that are going to go under-owned, and I'm going to break down who they are and why they are who they are for this video for you guys. So if you have not already, make sure to leave a like on this video. We greatly appreciate your support as always. And we are doing a Christmas special over on Sharp Sports Network. Make sure you go over there, check out some of the apparel. We're doing code XMAS, code Xmas for 15% off of any apparel order. So make sure you check that out. But we're going to jump right into this one, and starting off the video over here on DraftKings, the first player I want to talk to you guys about is going to be James Harden. James Harden, we know he's been a monster usage-wise this year. He has a 40% usage rate and should see his usual high 30s in minutes. I think he's going to see closer to 37, 38 tonight because this is going to be such a competitive game against this Clippers team, especially in LA. Over the last 4 games, so if we look right here, he's actually attempted almost exactly 15 three-point attempts on average per game in the last 4 games. And I know that Harden is he's a very, very high-priced play here. And I've mentioned I'm going to be mentioning 3 stars, like I said at the start of the video in this video. But that comes with small slates that are packed with stars like this. You're going to really want to separate yourself by playing the stars that are going to go under-owned that can still have those massive ceilings like James Harden here. The most vital part actually for tonight's GPP contest for me is getting the right stars in my lineups, and I'm not opposed to playing this 12.4K James Harden over here on DraftKings at all. This game has an implied team total of 234. Currently, it opened at 233 and has gone up a full point, so people are liking the over on this game. This definitely should be the highest total game on the slate tonight as it is projected to be, and I'm looking to deliver a little bit of a late-night hammer here with James Harden. But my second guy that I want to talk to you guys about over here on FantasyDraft, by the way, in the description right there at the top, I have 2 links for you guys. They are both free to enter contests. If you sign up, if you don't have an account already, make sure you sign up with referral code SHARPSPORTS, and you'll get a rake-free experience over here on FantasyDraft. It is an amazing site, but we are running 2 contests. They are free to enter. So if you have an account and you don't have any balance or anything like that, so that's why you haven't been playing, make sure that you enter these contests. It's a great way to get yourself some starting cash, and they're actually giving away tickets to their big 500K tourney to some of our winners in those contests as well for the NFL on Saturday and Sunday. Make sure you check those out. But as you can see, I'm ready to talk about Paul George with you guys, who has a 33% usage rate so far this season and should see at least 32 minutes tonight, I would think, in a very competitive game against Houston, who's actually the second fastest team in the league right now. The Rockets are middle of the pack in terms of defensive rating. But with so many stars again on this small slate, Paul George should come at very low ownership tonight. I'm hoping sub 15% around the industry. I think he might go a little bit under-owned on FanDuel more so than the other 2, but regardless, with the healthy starting 5, I expect people to hesitate to play Paul George, when in reality he can still have a huge ceiling game here. Excluding an outlier or 2 though, Paul George has excelled in almost every pace-up spot he's been in this season. Like right here against Minnesota, the 4th or 5th current fastest-paced team in the league. That's when we saw a true ceiling game out of him. So that's just one example. And then the one outlier that I was referencing was down here a little bit. It was the one against Milwaukee, who's the first fastest team in the league, but they are also the number 1 defensive team in the league too. So I really think Paul George is going to capitalize here. I think that he's been performing well. If you've been watching some of the Clippers games in these fast-paced spots, Paul George definitely sees an uptick in usage, and I really like him in the spot against Houston. As long as this game stays competitive, as I think it will, I love the stack of James Harden and Paul George for a little bit of a duo for a late-night hammer. But coming over to my favorite play of this slate today for GPPs over here on FanDuel, I like him on all 3 sites, but I just wanted to save him for the end because he is my favorite. He has a 30% usage rate so far this season, and that is Anthony Davis, who is currently questionable. But when is Anthony Davis not questionable? He is always questionable. He's planning to play tonight, but I love Anthony Davis. He should see at least 34 minutes tonight, as long as he doesn't hit us with that stereotypical Anthony Davis going to the locker room after putting up 25 points in the first quarter type of night. So I think a lot of people are going to go elsewhere, like Giannis, like LeBron, maybe even some Kawhi and Trae Young. So I love all 3 of these studs, but I really like Anthony Davis in this spot. This should be a very competitive game again against the absolute fastest team in the league, the Milwaukee Bucks. But the Milwaukee Bucks are also first in the league in defense, in their defensive rating. So I'm hoping that scares some even more people off of Anthony Davis, regardless of the roster construction and how hard it is to fit in all these great studs. I think that when people realize, how great Milwaukee is defensively this year, they're going to be even more hesitant to play Anthony Davis. So I'm really looking to capitalize on him at low ownership. And I don't care who he's matching up against. He is always going to have the potential to pull up a monster game. And this year, all year long, he has excelled in fast-paced matchups. That's one trend that I noticed this morning when I was doing my research, and I really don't want to. I'm following that trend confidently tonight with Anthony Davis. In all honesty, I think he sees at least 34 minutes tonight. I'm hoping, and if he does, he should absolutely obliterate this price tag, and he's going to come again at relatively low ownership, especially for a 4-game slate. I would call it very low ownership, probably closer to 10%. And I really want to capitalize on him in this spot. And I'm hoping that he stays questionable throughout the day, and then we get the news a little bit closer to lock. That way, anybody that makes those early lineups is going to have to go in and edit their lineups, because I'm telling you guys, a lot of people are going to go towards LeBron. A lot of people are going to go towards Giannis. Giannis probably being one of the most, if not the most popular star on tonight's slate. Anthony Davis has a huge ceiling here. Again, just playing against this fastest team in the league, I'm in love with AD tonight. He's my guy. And I'm really looking to ride the wave into this Milwaukee game. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, though. Again, all those links I talked about for the fantasy draft contests are in the description below, and as well as the link to our website, sharpsportsnetwork.com. And if you do check out some of the apparel, make sure you use code XMAS for 15% off of your order. Taylor and I will be dual streaming in just about 2 hours at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, and the dual stream went very well yesterday, so thank you guys so much for those of you that did come out. We had a really fun time actually doing our first dual stream with each other. It was really fun to kind of talk about both of our perspectives on different things and break down the slate, as well as answer your questions. So come on out today if you did not yesterday, and we're gonna have some fun. So we'll see you over there. But good luck to everybody playing tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.